Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the beginning of the stream. Let me just get the there it is. Wait, nope, that's from yesterday. Why is my stream today not popping up on my phone? Oh, there it is. Cool. Let me get into the spot. Roll over to where there we go. Now you can start seeing I dropped this cord on the ground that I need to not have it on the ground. There we go. So, those of you who are in chat, you might notice something that's a bit different about this stream. Hopefully you can hear me alright. Oh, the other thing I forgot to turn on. What is getting that bot on? Alright. Let me know if the music is okay, if it's too loud or too quiet, whatever. But, yeah, like I said, for those of you who are in chat, you might notice something really different about this stream. And that's because the webcam that I bought for streaming came yesterday? No, it came on Monday. And I finally got it hooked up and stuff. So now you can see that the camera's at a different angle. Hello. And you can also notice there's a bunch of stuff on this table right now. And that is because this is all that we have left to do for phase one of the Megastore. These are all the quote unquote display sets that we're now going to take apart and part out. Okay, welcome to the stream, Eric. Can you explain what you mean by it's not right? Let me know what you mean by it's not right. Like, can you not hear me? Am I super quiet? Am I super loud? Or what? Okay. Let me try this then. The only problem with this is if I have to do what I'm about to have to do, I think it's quite awkward for me to give it.
Alright, so I just disconnected the extension cord I was using for my headset and just plugged in the headset directly. How do I sound now, chat? Hopefully I sound better, but that does mean I have a bit of a problem that... Okay, sounds good now. That's such a bummer though. That means I can't use the extension cord. Let me see if I can move my laptop that's behind this, that's behind where the camera can see. That way I can get this cord to be a little bit longer. But the downside to me not being able to use that extension cord means I can't move my head too much away from the laptop now, or I'll accidentally disconnect my headset. So I'm hoping that will be fixed, because some more good news for the streams is I finally got confirmation from Blue Yeti that they've shipped my microphone. It should actually be here tomorrow on Thursday the 6th. So I'm super excited for that. The only downside that I realized last night is the Blue Yeti, I believe, is you plug it in through a USB port. but my laptop only has 2 USB ports, and right now I'm using that for the webcam and my mouse for the streams, which I guess isn't that bad for these Lego streams, but for the secret Republic Commando stream I'm gonna do tomorrow, because I got enough done today and yesterday that I can stream Republic Commando tomorrow night. The downside is I'm gonna have to disconnect the webcam, which isn't too bad, but I don't have a Bluetooth mouse. My mouse is wired, and I don't have any money right now to buy a Bluetooth mouse. Not like I want to anyway. I've gotten super used to the mouse that I have, so that's fine. But how has all your guys' days been, chat? How has your day been today so far, chat? My day's been okay. Before we get started, I'll just tell you a little bit about my day. It started off pretty rough. I basically just pulled an all-nighter last night because I could not sleep at all. Like, I probably slept for an hour last night, and then I was awake for all of it. So at midnight, I finally just got out of my bed because I was just sitting in my bed, basically staring at my ceiling. And I just got on the computer and started working on a project for. I started putting together a spreadsheet for my army building project that's gonna be starting up here soon. And then I did that all the way up until 6:30, which is when I was supposed to wake up if I actually slept. And then did some things, and then at 8 o'clock I felt super tired, so I came back up into my room, and I basically passed out for 2 hours. So I'm running on about 3 hours of sleep. Hey Nolark, glad to see that you're here. I think, first of all, the stream looks a lot different. I set up the webcam that I got on Monday, so the camera angle is different. So now you're on the right side. The camera's on the right side of me and not the left side anymore. And all of these sets and vehicles you see here are gonna be dismantled, and then we're done with phase 1. Just taking a second here to let more people show up. Yeah, but you've already said you have a strange sleep schedule and stuff. Mine has been pretty consistent until recently. Especially last night. Last night was awful until I just finally got out of bed at like around midnight and just started doing stuff. And then, like I said, I passed out for 2 hours around 8 o'clock. So I got 2 hours of sleep there. Gotcha. That's kind of the situation that I am in. I have another Bricklink order that I need to pay for, and then I have to be. I'm running really low on the money, so I have to be done with that. So I have that. I have one more Bricklink order I need to pay for. I have this one dude that I have 2 things I'm buying from him when he finishes making these designs for me. And then I possibly have one other purchase I need to make when this guy comes back from his vacation, so I can buy some stormtroopers off of him. But we'll see about that one. That one might not happen. I haven't been sleeping well for the last 3 weeks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's up with mine. I've been sleeping okay. It might be, so for working out, I do a lot. So I used to be a competitive swimmer in high school, and after I graduated high school, I had a couple years off where I didn't really go to the pool anymore, and now I'm starting to get back into it just so I can get into back into some of my original shape that I was in. And for most of the summer, I wasn't trying too hard, but it's possibly because last week I started to actually try hard to get in the shape with swimming, and that might be throwing off my body. So right now I feel fine, but last couple of days I haven't felt too great. But Oh, okay, it's like, good thing. I was about to question you on that until I saw you said your watch told you the specific time, Eric. Because I never know how long I specifically sleep for. It's always an estimate. Yeah, go walking around on that track that's nearby where you live. Nice. I'm glad to see there's a decent amount of people in streams at the beginning here. I know there's a few other Lego Star Wars creators streaming right now, so I feel like that's where a lot of people are gonna be until those streamers are done. But alright, let's get started. So I'm not gonna show off any clone shippers this time just because I want to focus on the parting out. So all of these sets you see on the table right here are all official sets except for the stuff towards this end. Like, I tried to, you can barely see it, but I tried to modify this homing spider droid. This is a custom right here. It's supposed to be an ATMP, a missile platform droid the Empire used, but I'm gonna destroy it because I need to redo it anyway. But let's start off with some of the small stuff and then work our way up to the big stuff. So let me slide some of these things over. And then once we're done with this is it for phase 1. Oh, see, I gotta be careful. My headset, I'm pretty sure almost just unplugged itself. I gotta be careful how far away I move my head. But you're actually walking right now. Nice. That's a good thing to be doing while you're just kind of like listening and chatting in a stream. It's spooky, isn't it? Yeah, I tried to, well, most of the songs on this playlist are, I guess you would say chill music, but yeah, some of them are kind of on the spookier side. So this, specifically, this little like turd thing comes from the 20th anniversary ATRT set, which is this. And this is that little, one of those little, trench things that has a turd on it. So we'll just start with that because it's like the easiest thing to tear apart, I think. How many have you done so far for the week? But that's a really nice goal. Have you done like 5 a day, or is today going to be the first day that you're going to get up to 5? Because I'm pretty sure you'll be able to do the 5 today. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to separate these subs, at least with my fingers, because I got some lotion on my fingers. Because after swimming, you're like been in the chlorine and stuff for so long, I had to first it's basically like scrubbing your face off and getting all the chlorine off, and then I put face lotion on, and then obviously that lotion gets on your hands too, so it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. I'm probably gonna have to use a brick separator more often than I typically do. Wow, that is that's a big difference in the amount of miles. Was your body not feeling it on Monday? Or were you just feeling really good yesterday? Oh. Let's see. Nolark, you weren't here. I don't remember seeing you here on Monday stream. So, those this dang headset cord. It's so bothersome that it doesn't work. But hopefully starting tomorrow I don't have this problem anymore. But what I was trying to say is, so I bought some Acromil containers. And they came, I want to say last week. Yeah, they came last week, and I had them shown off on Monday. So I've got 2 of the full large containers. So they're different than the ones Coconut have, but by the same company. So they're really nice. Alright, see you when you come back, Eric. Yeah, that would be too easy because you already did the 10 yesterday. Oh, made a little bit of a mistake there, but I can't fix that, or the headset will disconnect. I'd have to take off the headset, but it sounds like you're definitely improving though, so that's nice. I'm in that stage right now where I can't tell if I'm improving or not. I feel like I am, but I'm not really sure. I saw someone just apparently post a live video on Instagram. It's all your guys' fault that I had to get an Instagram too. Apparently all you guys, the only good way of contacting most of the LEGO Star Wars community is on Instagram, so I had to cave in the other day and actually make one. I know you know that, Nolar, because I followed you and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was thinking you did 10 in one go. That's not bad either though. Like taking a little bit of like a break because you probably had other things to do. So I am unable to get this unseparated, so I'm just gonna put it to the side. But there we go. That little thing's done. Let's just work on some of these little microfighters. This is General Grievous' Starfighter. It's from one of the Advent calendars, I'm pretty sure. Forget which one. Yeah, I'm gonna need to use a brick separator. Getting these plates separated, it's a little bit too difficult with these lotion tans. Welcome back, Eric. That was a very quick return. So I guess while we're doing this, I'll share. So I did say I am saving a few of my sets so I can take them up to university with me to do some stop motions with. So I saved 2 of the saber tanks I have. I currently own 3 of the Lego set, so I'm saving 2 of them. I'm saving 1 of my ATSTs from 2016. I'm saving the land speeder that I have from, I want to say 2014. I don't actually remember when that one came out, but it's the one that has the sandy orange coloring on it and not the tan coloring on it. I am saving, there's like an Imperial crate from the Rogue One era that I'm saving. And there's a few other things up there that I'm saving as well for like my Fire Squad animations and stuff. Just because those are all small enough that I should be able to fit them in this shoebox that I'm preparing all my Lego stuff to go into that I take up. So all of that should be able to fit, along with probably some other stuff. Yeah, same Nolark. The biggest problem for me for trying to make a habit out of doing some swim workouts is at the university I'm at, because of the situation the world's in. All of the pools are closed up at campus, unless I want to take like private lessons and stuff, but I already know how to swim. I just need a pool. I just need a lane to be able to swim back and forth on, or in rather. So I'm gonna have to come up with something else, more working out on land, I guess. I'm gonna take a drink right here. Water tastes nice. I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be, but it did come in one of those advent calendars. I feel like it's from the Galactic Civil War era, but I really don't know what it's supposed to be. If any of you guys in chat know what this is supposed to be, let me know. Because it's kind of a cool shape. I just don't know. I don't know what it's like its minifigure size thing would be. Chug. No, I'm not gonna chug. I need this water for the entire stream, Eric. If I chug it all now, I'll have nothing for... I'll have no more water for the rest of the stream. And then my throat will get tired. That's what it's supposed to be? Okay, that's why I don't quite recognize it, because I don't quite remember what the troop transport looks like. All I remember was it's super boxy, and for some reason the Imperials felt it was important to hold their troops on the outside. Which I guess makes sense for what the Empire stands for and stuff, but... Oh man, lots of people on Instagram right now are doing live videos. Yeah, there's a... So when I was on my swim team for on my high school swim team, there's this one place that we would go sometimes for a meet that was so shallow, or I don't know, we all were scared to swim in it because so when they've got those what are called blocks typically on the ends of the lap pool, which are those things that you can like stand on and you can do it like a nice start off of, like you can jump off of them and dive pretty far into the water so you can save some time when you're swimming competitively. And this one pool, the pool was so shallow, it was always super sketch and super scary for all of us to dive in off of those blocks. Then there was another pool that was similar to that, but only half the lanes were like that because it was a like a wave pool where if they turn on the jets and stuff, it creates waves so you can do like surfing and stuff off of. But they also had a lap pool right next to where the jets were, so like lanes 1 through 4 would be totally fine, but then 5 through 8 would slowly be getting shorter and shallower and shallower until you get to lane 8 that's super shallow. I'm taking a second here. A bunch of cardboard that's on my table just fell off, which honestly doesn't surprise me. I kind of stack these kind of weird, and I probably should not have them on my table anyway. Ah, here we go. Here's an empty container that I actually might need for later. So give me 1 second, chat, and then I'll see what I've missed. I just gotta get all of these tiny separators out of here. All these tiny cardboard separators. And move a few parts that were over there. Yeah, I'm so looking forward to the headset or the new microphone coming tomorrow. To get rid of this stupid get rid of this stupid problem I'm having with the length of my headset cord. 2020, you know. Yeah. Yeah, swimming's one of those things that you can't wear a mask for when you go swimming, so my family and I are basically taking a risk every time we go, but so far everything's been good. Where the pool is that we go to, everyone that goes there understands, like, if they're sick in any way, shape, or form, they're basically not welcome, but they understand that it's for the well-being of everyone else, so there hasn't been anyone there that's actually been sick or anything, because that pool's management has been doing a good job at that, at least. Oh, dang, Nolark. That sounds pretty intense. Well, since for the fact that I know you, and that was last year, that tells me that you survived, so that's good. It probably didn't feel nice to do a front flip though, did it? So you have more than one cat? Eric, how many pets do you have? And what are they? Oh, almost made a mistake there. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep grabbing all these super tiny ones. All these super small. I guess I'll call them sets, but they're all these super tiny ones are just from the advent calendar that I believe is from like 2017 that I opened. Just your Lucy. Oh, okay. Well, you said cats, so I thought you had more than one pet. There we go. Saved it. Yeah, no problem. Just wanted to clarify. My family and I used to have lots of pets. Right now we don't have any though, because we are all super busy with the different things that we do. That the pet would most likely get neglected at this point, so we don't have any. Also, it usually ended up being my mom taking care of the pets anyway, so she also just got kind of fed up about it. All right, I'm gonna take another drink. No, Eric, not going to. I need this water for the entire stream, not for 2 seconds. What kind of projects are all y'all in chat working on right now? I know, Eric, you said you're working on a smaller mock because you don't want to spend money right now for the Hoth project, but how's everyone else doing with their projects? Like I said, I spent basically from midnight. So my project for my army building, my planning for my army building project involves me watching anything that has a clone trooper in it and making sure that I have a picture of it and either the clone's name or what like battalion or group it's a part of. That way I can start, if I need to, either start collecting the official Lego version of that trooper or start finding some people who can make me a custom version of it. So from midnight to 6:30 a.m. I was able to watch all of the scenes that have clone troopers in episode 2, episode 3, all of season 1 of the Clone Wars show, the Clone Wars movie, and I believe I'm on the second episode of the Geonosis arc in season 2 is where I finished this morning. Now I'll probably continue to do that, but hopefully I don't have to. Hopefully my body doesn't make me pull another all-nighter. I guess if it does, I'll just do the same thing again and watch a bunch of Star Wars so I can work on that project at least. But my goal is to just watch maybe like 1 or 2 episodes a day. And then I write all that stuff down in a Google spreadsheet or Google sheet, and there's me and this other guy who are currently working on it. I just got to share the Google sheet with him. Because the goal is to try and have a Lego minifigure for every clone, especially if they're named clone troopers, which is a little hard because a lot of, at least in seasons 1 and 2 and probably 3 as well, a lot of the named clone troopers are just normal. They're plain phase 1 clone troopers, so they have no identifying marks on them except for their name. So those are going to be kind of hard to do, but other ones like Matchstick and other named characters like the commanders and stuff, those would be easy. I learned today that you can actually see Matchstick and I believe Broadside in the Clone Wars movie before you get introduced to who they are in the Malevolence, that one Malevolence episode. So that was something new I learned. I also think I found a Easter egg as well. There's a specific, there's like a 1-second scene during the Blue Shadow Virus episode that when Padme and Jar Jar are flying their ship towards, or there's a scene where someone is flying their ship towards a building, and in the bottom right corner of the shot there looks to be a, and correct me if I get the name wrong, but a YT-3000 freighter, basically another Millennium Falcon, just kind of chilling there in the bottom right corner of the scene. I wrote down the timestamp and stuff so I can go back to it. I also found a couple of super funny, I found some super funny shots of clone troopers doing some dumb things, like during the Battle of Chrysasis, every time the show pans over to where the artillery cannons are. There's this phase 1 212th trooper that's right underneath the cannons, holding his head like he's trying to cover his ears because the sounds are so loud, but he's directly under the cannon. And every time they pan over to the cannons, you can see that clone trooper standing right under them. So it's like, come on, dude, get away from the cannons if you can't handle the noise. And then I found a super funny shot, or I guess scene, that I've never noticed before. During one part of the Battle of Utapau in episode 3, there's a shot where in the bottom, like in the kind of middle to bottom left corner of the screen, you can see a clone trooper just whack a battle droid with his the clone whacks the battle droid with his blaster rifle. It's super funny. It's kind of hard to see because Obi-Wan's right in the middle of the screen, so your eyes draw towards him, but if you look out for it, you can see a 212th trooper just whack a battle droid's head off with his blaster rifle. It's super funny. Let's see, what did I miss so far? Nice. I'm excited to see your Slukamai mock, especially since you've been doing a bunch of well, I did the 327th, were they ever on Slukamai? I know, aren't they on Felucia during Order 66? Or during when Order 66 is about to happen, so was the Star Corps ever on Slukamai? Yeah, I just learned that guy's name. I forget what he looks like, but I'm pretty sure in the Clone Wars movie, Ridge is just a normal, it's just a plain phase 1 clone trooper. But I haven't gotten all the way up to season 7 yet. Like, so like, hey, Brick Whisperer. It's not 80s music, it's just electronic music, Eric. Actually, I have no idea what era. It's just whatever. Welcome to the stream, Brick Whisper. How's your day been? What kind of stuff are you working on? Right now, we're on the tail end of my phase 1 of my Mega Sort. As you can see, there's a bunch of these other sets that are on the left side of me. As soon as these are all done, we've finished phase 1, which makes me super happy because it means all these streams, all the streams that happen after this will be working on phase 2. And what I'm going to do differently for phase 2 is I'm going to work on it off stream as well. That way we can hopefully get it done. A lot of it done. Whereas phase 1 I only worked on it on stream. Because phase 2 is going to be a bit more involved than phase 1 is. Has been, at least. Okay. It's like I remember either reading or hearing that they were on Slukamai, but I just didn't quite remember. I do find it it's a little sad but kind of fitting. At least in episode 3, the majority of the different legions and battalions you're introduced to, you only see them during the Order 66 sequence. I also learned in most episodes of the Clone Wars, there's very few named clone troopers besides the recurring characters like Commander Rex and Commander Cody, or Captain Rex, later Commander Cody, or Captain Rex, later Commander Rex, and then there's Commander Cody and other people who show up here and there. But there's actually a decent amount of episodes so far that I've seen in seasons 1 and 2, or at least all of season 1 and half of season 2 pretty much. There's a lot of those episodes that have no clones in them whatsoever. Remind me, Brick Whisper, is the Phantom the main ship? Or is the Phantom the little, like... I don't want to... What would you call? Like the... Is the Phantom the main ship or that secondary ship that gets blown up and then gets replaced with a Separatist shuttle? The Phantom is a smaller one. Okay, so are you working on the first Phantom or the second Phantom? If you're working on the second Phantom, I think that one's cooler just because it's a repurposed Separatist shuttle, but the first Phantom's pretty cool too. I have that, well, I had that set. Now it's been parted out, but I own that set. Oh no, Nulark. Please don't get struck by lightning. That would be bad. That would be very bad. Please don't get struck by lightning. Oh. Okay, I understand what you're saying, Eric. You're just asking, Brick Whisperer. I don't know. They both look pretty cool. I'm just happy, like, the Rebels show had references to the Clone Wars, because Clone Wars is my favorite era, so I'm kind of happy that when the first Phantom got destroyed, like, it didn't need to be destroyed, but eventually it did anyway in the show. I'm glad it got replaced with a Separatist shuttle. It's the same with, like, the Twilight in the Clone Wars show. Like, you're first introduced to it in the Clone Wars movie, but you know at some point that ship has got to be destroyed or something because you never see it in the movies. And if I remember right, Obi-Wan is the one who just gets the Twilight destroyed, so that, like, explains why you never saw it in the movies or anything. Yeah, and it makes sense that the Rebels show has references to the Clone Wars show in the Clone Wars era to begin with, because the Rebels show happens, like, it starts only, well, I want to say only a few years after the Clone Wars ended? Or it's definitely a lot closer to the Clone Wars than, like, A New Hope is, or Rogue One is. Those are quite a number of years later. Like, it's kind of cool that in some of the sequel trilogy movies you saw references to Clone Wars stuff, but it's understandable that there wasn't too many because those sequel movies happened so much later in the timeline than when the Clone Wars happened. So if you see anything surviving from the Clone Wars, it's like all rusted up and crap. Which makes sense. I don't think that's true, Eric. A New Hope is not 4 years after, like, it's not 4 years after Revenge of the Sith. It's more like 14 years later or something. Well, Rex is old because all the clones have accelerated age. So basically every clone trooper you see, unless they're a cadet, like a full-blown clone trooper, they're all about 20 years old. Because in episode 2, the Kaminoans, the Prime Minister says the clone troopers grow twice as fast, so like... And he also mentions that they can grow a full-grown clone in 10 years. A clone that's 20 only takes 10 years to grow, so that's why Rex looks that's why they all look super old, because they grow, their age is accelerated by a lot, by double. Nice. Oh. Pull up the stream again. All right. At the end. That's at the end, Eric. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I could be completely wrong as well. I haven't actually sat down and watched the entire Rebels show. Same with the Resistance, but I don't know if I really want to. I've seen a decent amount of the Resistance cartoon, but I'm not the biggest fan of it. If it had the same animation style as the Clone Wars, I'd probably be way more into it, but it doesn't. So I hope that's a lesson to Disney and Lucasfilm that if they're gonna do animation projects, it probably either needs to resemble the Clone Wars show or needs to resemble the 2003 Clone Wars cartoon. Because pretty much at this point, everyone loves those two art styles. The Rebels one got better over time, and I know people like that one as well. Like, majority, like, of all the things that I hear, obviously there's people who love the Rebels animation style, and there's people who love the Resistance. But for me personally, and from what I hear from the overarching Star Wars community that I'm able to hear from, most people enjoy the Clone Wars style more. So I'm hoping future animation projects that they do are in that style rather than the Rebels and Resistance style. I really like how they portrayed the super battle, like Clone Wars stuff and the Mandalorian, like the super battle droids in that flashback and stuff. I didn't realize until afterwards, but those super battle droids are different compared to the ones that show up in the Clone Wars show and the ones that show up in the movie, obviously. They're like they're like the middle ground between the Clone Wars version, the Clone Wars show version, which is the super battle droid in the Clone Wars show is kind of chunky, kind of big, kind of chunky. Whereas in the movies, it's slim and sleek and stuff. The ones that show up in the Mandalorian are like in the middle. I also don't quite understand, like, I don't understand the purpose of the Resistance show. Like, it's just some random, like, ship, right? That just happens to get attacked by First Order, and then for whatever reason the First Order keeps wanting to attack them or whatever. I just don't understand the whole, like, story or plot behind it. Then again, that's also because of the episodes I have seen it, only like half were in order of release. The rest of them I saw out of order, so I'm still really confused about what the whole plot and slash story is for the Resistance. Also, because I feel like from the episodes I did see, it didn't really explain like why the Resistance was needed and all that stuff. Honestly, it's like the same thing I said. It's the same kind of thing I said on the last stream when we started talking about the Resistance and stuff. It's hard for me to understand and love what's going on in the sequel trilogy because, as far as I'm aware, it's never really said how large the First Order is. Like, are they, like, when the movies start up, like, are they all, is most of the First Order still out in the unknown regions, or are they, like, starting to slowly take over planets in the galaxy, or have they already taken over, like, half the galaxy, or what? All we really know is, apparently they've taken Ilum, which is that planet that Jedi used to get their kyber crystals from for their lightsabers. The Empire took over that planet, started doing stuff to it. The First Order eventually turned it into Starkiller Base, apparently. Used as a weapon to destroy the New Republic's capital at that point, and the entire system. So an entire solar system just got destroyed. Or at least all the planets in that solar system got destroyed. And then, yeah. But it's like, the Republic, the Clone Wars era Republic and the Separatist Army, we know how large they were. We know how large the Empire and the Rebel Alliance were throughout the original trilogy. And we kind of know the size of the Resistance because apparently it's small, continually getting smaller by every movie apparently, to the point where they're always just desperately looking for help. Whereas the Rebellion was like that at the beginning, but slowly over time got enough to actually become an actual military force and stuff. But the First Order, we really have, at least as far as I'm aware, like I said, still have really no idea how large they actually were. Like, was all of the First Order and all of the Sith, cult, whatever, at Exegol during that last battle, so the whole army, whole military got destroyed? Or Is it the same case with the rebels and the Empire after Endor? Like there was still a lot more to do. Like the rebels still had to go take care of Kuwok drive yards and a bunch of other planets and stuff. Had to take over Coruscant and stuff. So it's just like I do like the sequel trilogy. I want to love it though. My problem is there's just a lot that needs to be resolved before that can happen. But I still like it. Like I'm still planning on army building the First Order stormtroopers and stuff. I think they're cool. I think their helmet design for the stormtroopers is a little weird. I also think it's a little weird they're still using stormtroopers. I was hoping they'd do something different. Just like how the clone troopers are different than stormtroopers. I was hoping the sequel trilogy would do something different than stormtroopers, but the First Order stormtroopers are alright. At least they can aim most of the time. Unless they're shooting at a main character who's got enormous plot armor. Then they can't hit anything, but when they're just shooting at normal people, they seem to actually hit their targets, you know? Same with the Imperial stormtroopers. As long as they're not shooting at like a main character who has plot armor, they're able to hit their target. Yeah, that Y-Wing set that LEGO produced for Rise of Skywalker looked really nice. I didn't have the money at the time to get it, but it looked really nice. Honestly, that is one nice thing, because that one you could convert into either the Clone Wars era Y-Wing bomber, or you could convert into a Rebels era or Galactic Civil War era Y-Wing. That's just, yeah. Yeah, and that's why I understand why they did the things they did. Stormtroopers and basically everything that had anything to do with the Galactic Civil War era is way more iconic than like the Clone War era in the general public's like perspective and stuff. So it makes sense that they continue to use out of universe. It made sense that like the movies would incorporate stormtroopers and TIE fighters and X-Wings and stuff, because it helped to bring in older people who kind of got, I don't know, felt like, or it would bring in people who didn't like the prequels with all the new stuff in the prequels, and because they preferred the old stuff, bring them in with the sequels by using some of the older stuff. And yeah, I just wish each era of Star Wars was a lot different compared to each other, so you could like really tell they're different eras of Star Wars, different like periods of time. But it was the same problem in Legends. Basically everything after the Galactic Civil War era used stormtroopers and TIE fighters and stuff, and it was just like, unless it was like hundreds of years later, then they actually started using different things. But stormtroopers were still around, just ships were different. It's just like, can we please just, I personally just want all the eras of Star Wars to be really different from each other. One, so they all stand out more from one another, and then you can share some really different stories because all the eras are way different from each other. But that's not what we got in Legends, and that's not what we got in canon, so it's alright. I'm hoping they flesh out the sequels more. Honestly, I just wish they flesh out Star Wars more in general, so things start making more sense and whatever. Alright, see you, Null Arc. Congrats on finishing up your 5 miles. Have a great rest of your day, man. Nice. Looks like I've got a few more people willing to be guests on the podcast thing that I'm going to start doing. That makes me super happy. Oh! That Lego part just shot off like a rocket. Hopefully, can get that stuff going. that podcast going so I can put together a trailer and start releasing episodes. Having a bit of a hard time with the saber tank just because of the way it's constructed. It's actually quite sturdy, so it's making it a little bit difficult to separate parts off of it. Anyone in chat got questions for me? Feel free to ask. I should say. But for those of you who weren't here earlier in the stream, so far we're good to go. That tomorrow night, I forget what time I'm planning on it, but I'll definitely set something up so everyone knows. But I'm planning on doing a gaming stream where we'll be live streaming the Republic Commando video game. It's one of my all-time favorite video games. The only thing I want to do to it is see if I can find a mod that will raise the resolution and the overall the graphics of the game, because it is quite an old game, so the graphics are a bit poor compared to today's standards. But if I don't get around to it, I'll still do it, because that game, even in today's standards, that game still looks really good. One thing that is a major problem though is, at least when you're in a menu, the mouse sensitivity is super high. But when you're in game, the sensitivity goes back to normal. Like in menus, if you change the sensitivity of the mouse for working in menus, it really doesn't do anything, but the settings work for the mouse sensitivity while in gameplay, which is fine because most of the time we're going to be in gameplay anyway, not messing around in settings. Hopefully I'll do that before the stream even starts, so come check that out tomorrow. Probably be around 6 or 7 p.m. my time. We'll just have to see. I need to, obviously I'll set it up and you guys will all know, because I'll do the same thing that I do for these Lego streams. So there's that thing, there's like the preview video that everyone can then wait on and whatever. All right, so the saber tank's done. Let's do this dwarf spider droid after I take a drink, of course. Just one nice thing. Oh my god, no, Eric, no. I will not chug the drink. I guess one nice thing about dismantling this dwarf spider droids, I've got a bunch of these dark gray battle droid bodies now. I guess that's a bonus. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, one other thing I should probably mention. I've got my mock contest announcement video scheduled for tomorrow, so that'll be published tomorrow. Yeah, I'm super excited to host that. There are a few mistakes in the video that I'm pretty sure I corrected in the description box, so, and I'm pretty sure I wrote in the title too. Please check out both the video and the description box if you want to enter that contest. The description box tells you what all the prizes are going to be for the different like for first, second, and third place. So please check that out if you want to. Well, check it out anyway to support me and this channel. And then if you want to join the contest, make sure you read everything. Read a lot of the stuff in the description box so you can know the additional things that I forgot to mention in the video. I can't get these separated. Alright, I'll have to take care of those later. Alright, Brick Whisper. See you around, man. Hopefully you can catch another stream. Hopefully you can catch tomorrow's gaming stream. And thanks for hanging out and chat with me. I might have seen it, Eric. I'll double check later though. I've seen a few people that a few other LEGO Star Wars creators recently put up videos for ATRTs. I'll have to double check. Right now, my watch later playlist is like super full of people's custom ATRTs. Because I had a plan on making a bunch, but I never got around to actually doing that. So, oh yeah, I like this song. Yeah, I haven't heard this song in a little bit. Yeah, lots of a lot of the custom ATRTs I've seen use the Battle Droid torso for the feet. Also, I've seen some people use dark gray minifigure hands for like the smaller toes for the feet. Hey, Mike and Nike, what's up, my dude? Welcome to the stream. Right now, we're working on trying to finish phase 1 of okay. Well, right now we're just trying to finish up phase 1. All this stuff you see on the left side of me is basically it. There's just a few things off camera that you can't see that we got to do as well, but we're almost done with phase 1. So, good luck at work, man. Hopefully, work is being nice to you. Yeah. I got an itch in my nose. It's super annoying. Alright, I think I got it. Alright, Dwarf Spire Droid completed. Let's work on this little patrol speeder from the Solo movie. How many of you guys like the Solo Star Wars movie? I actually really liked it. It did have some downsides to it, but overall, I really liked it. One nice thing is this has a bunch of gray plates in it that I can use to finish up my snail tank. General Kenobi. I recently, speaking of that scene, or that whole battle of Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous, especially when they're on the landing platform where it's the soulless one, General Grievous' starfighter is. I recently saw, I think, another animatic that never got released until recently. That's true, Eric. I do love Rogue One more than I love Solo. Rogue One is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars movies. I love the nitty-gritty aspect of it. It's probably the reason why I love Republic Commando so much. It's a more nitty-gritty, more realistic version of how the Clone Wars kind of went. So that's super fun. Like actually being a soldier rather than being a Jedi or whatever and having plot armor. But I kind of forgot what I was saying. Oh, that scene when General Grievous and Obi-Wan are fighting next to Grievous' starfighter. So I recently saw someone had posted like an alternative sequence of what that could have been, and it is so. Oh, how did I describe it? Obi-Wan is really like out of character in it. Like, it's a lot more brutal than how the actual sequence in the movie went. Like, Obi-Wan, like, is just so much more brutal to General Grievous in his fight. And, like at the end of it, of the unreleased, or the alternate ending, Obi-Wan kicks Grievous's dead body off the cliff, off of the platform into the hole that eventually he falls into himself. But when Order 66, as you put it, it was just that alternate battle is so brutal. I would recommend checking it out just so you can see what that sequence could have been. I'm glad it's not that. Like, honestly, the first half of that alternate sequence is really nice, and then after the first half, it just turns super Obi-Wan turns super brutal, and it just turns, yeah. It was a really nice watch though. I'd recommend it. As long as you're okay with seeing something that's more on the brutal side, I'd recommend it. Oh, yo, what is up, Clone Commander? How you doing today? I saw that you posted a video about something you wanted to share with your audience, but I have not had time today to check it out. Micah was here. I'm not sure if he's still here. He said he's at work currently, so I don't know if he's going to be here. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah, so like I said on Monday stream, if you were here or not, I'll just recap. My webcam that I bought specifically for streaming finally came in. So I got it hooked up yesterday, tested it out, and we're using it today. What is up, G-Bricks? Welcome to the stream. Right now, we're currently on the tail end of my phase one of my Mega Sort. All of these sets you see on the side of me is what's left, and then there's a few things off camera that we got to do as well. But we're super close of finishing phase one of the Mega Sort. Then we can work on phase two, which phase two is going to work a little differently. Phase one I did only on live stream and on camera basically. Phase two I'm going to do off camera and off stream as well, because phase two is going to be a lot of work, because it's basically taking all of these specific categories and putting them in these different drawers that you can kind of see off to the side of the camera. So that's going to be quite a bit of work. So I'm going to do my best to do a lot of that off stream as well, because I'm running out of time to do streams. I only have until the 19th, and then all these Lego streams are going to be done. I'm not going to be able to do Lego streams anymore. There'll be streams still, but they just won't be like this. They'll be something different. Thanks for inviting chat to reach 10 likes. I appreciate that, G-Bricks. I don't typically promote liking my stuff, but thank you for taking care of that for me. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I haven't seen you post in a little bit. Like, I saw you did a couple of review videos. But, okay. Have you gotten yourself unstuck, Clone Commander? You're in Michigan. Are you visiting family in Michigan? I used to live in Michigan a couple of years ago. I also lived in Ohio for a little bit too. Might just want to refresh Eric. There's bound to be some likes, probably. I hope. Please. I'm desperate. Just kidding. I'm not desperate. That was a joke if you didn't get it. That was a joke. Yeah, I lived, when I was living in Michigan, I lived all around Detroit, in the different suburb towns of Detroit. And then when I was in Ohio, I lived a lot around Cleveland. Oh, well, sorry to hear about that about Grandma. Does she recognize you? I might be thinking of a different illness, but does she recognize you, Clone Commander? That's good that you're able to see her, though, since it's been a little bit, like you wrote. Kind of a funny story. So I bought one of these microfighter or micro scale Kylo Ren's shuttle. I should probably show the one that's still complete. And then I had a friend, like, only a week later, just give me one. So I kind of wasted money, but not really. I know that wasn't the greatest story, but that was a story I have for this. That's actually kind of impressive, Eric. That's kind of impressive you've been able to stay in the same state your entire life. Well, I pretty much have been. My family likes to go on different trips though, so I have been to Canada and I've been to Mexico a few times. Never been outside of North America though. My parents have, but I haven't. Neither has my brother. But as far as other states, my family and I, since we did a lot of traveling in the past. I've been to pretty much, I don't want to say half of the United States. I haven't been to Alaska, I haven't been to Hawaii, and I haven't been to a lot of the East Coast or the true South, like Florida and stuff. But I've been to pretty much every Western state and a decent amount of the middle states. And I've been to New York and a few Eastern states and a few that are like right there, like Pennsylvania and stuff. But or is it Virginia? I can't remember. I've been to those like Illinois, Iowa, Ohio stuff. Just now, the only states I've lived outside of where I currently live, because all those other ones were just trips, so we were just like on vacation stuff. I'm gonna take a drink and then I'll finish my story. So we traveled and vacationed and like traveled through a bunch of the states, but the only ones I've actually lived in outside of the one that I'm currently in the West is Michigan and Ohio. And there is definitely quite a big difference between that area of the United States and the West. For starters, there's a lot more humidity and moisture in the air compared to out here in the West. But it was really nice. Sometimes when I wake up where I currently live, I kind of have a dry throat and it's a little bit hard to breathe, just a little bit. When I was living in Michigan, Ohio, I never had that problem. The problem I had was when it was hot, it was way hot, because your body would instantly start sweating the moment you woke up, basically, and basically the moment you stepped outside. If it was like summertime and there's high humidity, you'd start sweating up a storm immediately. What's up, Dark Rye Bricks? Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure how long you've been here. You probably caught the tail end of that little story thing that I was kind of sharing, kind of rambling on about, but we're really close to finishing phase 1 of my mega sort. All these sets you see to the left of me, plus a few things off camera, are all we have left to do for phase 1. Are you telling me to breathe, Eric? Am I not breathing? Am I a robot? Oh, there it is. I knew it. I dropped a stud on the ground. I was trying to figure out where. But for those of you who are new to the stream and haven't heard yet, tomorrow I've gotten enough done for YouTube and other projects I was working on where I will be able to do a gaming stream tomorrow instead of a Lego one. And the game we'll be streaming is Republic Commando, which is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars games and one of my all-time favorite games ever. And we'll be streaming that sometime in the evening for me. Evening for my time zone. I haven't decided what specific time yet, but I will do that later today. Alright, see you when you come back, Commander. Let's see, let's work on a smaller thing. I'm gonna grab all the small things. That way we can blitz through them and then work our way up to some of the bigger things. All these little tiny things, except for this one part, are from the, I want to say 2018 or 2017 Advent calendar. I like the idea of the Advent calendars. My problem is I like to open up all my presents at once. Luckily, for me, the Advent calendar, the only Advent calendars I've ever owned is when I've been older. and an adult, so I've been able to control myself and wait each day to open up one of the slots. But if I had these when I was younger, man, they would not last all 24 days. They'd probably all get open in one day. Probably on actual Christmas Day. I just open up the entire thing, but yeah. Alright, see you when you come back, Eric. But yeah, for those of you who are also new to the stream, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Especially if they're about like the YouTube channel, like its history, or questions you just want to ask me, or anything to do with Star Wars, or it doesn't have to be about Star Wars, but there are a few topics I will veto against. But if you got any questions, feel free to ask. Wow, that was quick, Eric. It was like you weren't even gone. I'm messing with you, Eric. It's okay. I'm messing with you. Alright. Let's work on this Special Forces TIE Fighter. Luckily, one nice thing about recording videos is every time I mess up talking, I can just cut it out. But I can't cut it out when I'm streaming. I have no idea what we're listening to, but I kind of like it. It's like medieval. In a way. It's probably a different genre as well, but to me it sounds medieval. We're making some good progress. I was hoping we'd get to some of the larger sets on my table here today. With the time that we've got left, it doesn't look like we'll get to a lot of them, but I'm hoping we get to at least one or two big ones. At the very least, we'll blitz through all of these smaller ones, so that'll be good. Means Friday stream and possibly next Monday stream, we can get through all the big stuff. Because the things you can't see that are off screen on the camera is there's another 2013 gunship and another 2013 ATTE we need to part out. Those two I didn't part out earlier because those are in bags and I modified them. So technically they're custom, but they're gonna get parted out too. Which is okay because those parts will be used in the future probably for making the Brick Vault ATTE and Republic Gunships, so possibly even the dropship if they've I think they've made the dropship, or at least I haven't, or have instructions for it. So at least parts for for a couple of the Republic Gunships I've got will go into that as well. But for those of you who are also new to the chat or have recently joined, what kind of projects are you guys working on? Obviously, you can see what project I'm working on, but what kind of projects are you guys working on? And I guess also to let you know, I have a mock contest announcement video coming out tomorrow. So feel free to check that out. Check it out to support me, and if you want, obviously join the contest. It'll be fun. There's a twist to this mock contest that you'll definitely, if you want to join, you'll definitely want to listen out for in the video and in the description to find out what that twist is. You could list them, Eric. I'm assuming there's a lot though, so you can either list them out in chat or you could send me a picture either on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, because you guys made me have to get a Instagram, because apparently so much of the Lego Star Wars community is on Instagram. I had to cave in and actually make one. So if you want, you can message me on Instagram a picture or whatever, either there or yeah, whatever way works best for you. Same goes for everyone. If you guys want to like contact me in any way, if it's for like a collab sort of thing, reach out to me on my email that's on my YouTube's about page. If it's for like a more official kind of collab, if it's just for like a more informal kind of thing, just reach out to me either on Twitter or Instagram, or you can comment on a video or whatever. Cause yeah. No! I just lost cheese slope somewhere underneath where I store all my minifigures, so I'll have to get that after stream. Welcome back, Nolark. I saw your comment. I saw your your comment in chat right as that cheese slope just launched itself underneath my table, so yeah. We're making some good progress. Right now we're just working on all the super small things that are on the table right now, and we're working our way up. Oh, this dang cord. It's driving me crazy. I told you, Eric. It'd probably be best if you just sent me a picture, either on the Instagram or on Twitter. Links to all of that should either be in the description of this live stream, or they're in. All my links are in every video that I post, or at least I try to. If you want like the Instagram links, make sure you click on the most recent videos because I've updated those. But if you click on past videos, those won't have links to the Instagram because I recently made it like a week, not even a week ago, like a few days ago. I am glad to see the Lego Star Wars community is super active on there. Could also be that I just sat there and this is probably a bad thing, but at the moment I've just been going to the suggestions tab for following people and just clicking on everyone who has a Lego clone as their profile pic. It's probably a bad idea, but it's paid off so far. So if you know any Lego Star Wars creators that I should follow on there that are pretty cool, that don't have a Lego clone trooper for their profile pic, let me know, because I will probably not find them, because I'm probably going to continue that trend. Just anyone who has a Lego clone as their profile pic, I follow them. Which actually it's worked out pretty far. I've gotten in contact with a few people who make custom minifigures and stuff, and I'm working with one right now to try and get some prototypes done so I can show you guys what I'm thinking about for how I want to proceed with my army building project. Also, I have one last brick link order I need to pay for today, and I should have parts to show off 2 prototype versions. 2 prototypes I'm thinking of making more of, and those prototypes are for 212th Phase 1 clone troopers in the Clone Wars show style. So we'll have to see when all that stuff gets in. So far, the first thing I bought out of that group of parts I need to buy were Clone Army custom helmets, so those should be here first, and then everything else will follow, depending on how quickly. Like, I bought some stuff from a dude in Maine, and I live in the west of the United States, and that package that order only took like 3 days to get to me. That store was amazing. Their shipping was super quick. Yeah, so SW has a clone picture, so I already followed him, and obviously I already followed Coconut. Like, Coconut is one of the main reasons I got an Instagram, because he told me the best way to contact him to do this podcast like thing with him was to message him on there. So he's one of the main culprits for me having an Instagram account now. I do. It's in parts. It's in my parts collection now, though. Unfortunately, I do own the hyena bomber style. I actually really like it. Since I just rewatched all of season 1 of the Clone Wars show this morning, I rewatched the a hyena bomber mock. Like you're gonna make a custom one. Nice. Let me know how that goes. If you want to see like how the hyena bomber kind of acts when it's on the ground, watch the final episode of the Ryloth arc in season 1, because you can see that the hyena bombers are on the ground and how they like act like vulture droids, where they can use the tips of their wings as like basically like legs, so they can walk around on land and stuff. It's super cool. It would probably be kind of difficult to do in Lego because it would probably involve a lot of use of like battle droid arms to get the angles and stuff right, and it probably wouldn't be very stable. But if you can pull it off, it'd be really cool looking, I think. Whoa! I'm assuming IG is a shorthand for Instagram, but I'm such a, what you would say, a noob to that. I'm just assuming that's an acronym. Let me know if I'm right or not. Okay. Yeah, if you could do that as soon as possible, that'd be awesome, Nolark. Well, yeah. Like, it'd be the bet. If you can send me a message as soon as possible, that'd be great. Because my plan for the podcast is, one of the reasons why I haven't made any episodes yet is, one, because a lot of the people who've agreed to be guests on it, we've scheduled the time of recording for those kind of a little bit far out. And also I want like the first 3 episodes already recorded, so I can use different clips from them to make a trailer for it, so I can get people hyped for it. And right now, one of those people who's going to be in the trailer is Coconut, because I've already set something up with him. And there's a few others, so yeah, the sooner the better. If you can let me know, that'd be great. At the very least, you might not make it into the trailer episode, or like the trailer, but you'll definitely make it into an episode of the series, because I'm hoping to have it as an ongoing series. I think the only time there'll be like a break from it is when I finish a semester of college and I'm back and I'm able to have full access to my Lego collection again. Then I'll switch over to doing more actual Lego stuff. So I am correct. Yes. Do I get a gold star for understanding that without having seen that before? Hey, as long as you're not a Jedi, you should be fine, Eric. As long as you're not a Jedi, it doesn't matter if it's 66, unless you're a clone and it just triggers you. Triggered. Okay. Yeah, just message me on Instagram would be like the best time for you. Yeah, and we can work something out on there. That way we don't have to just work it out here on the stream. It's okay, Eric. My inhibitor chip, I took it out. Order 66 doesn't trigger me. I took it out. You can't see the scar because I'm wearing a hat. I'm one of the good clones. It is kind of sad because since I also rewatched episode 3, the whole Order 66 sequence, and also remembering it was only like a month ago I watched all of season 7 of the Clone Wars, and seeing the difference between Ahsoka's reaction to Order 66 and dealing with the clones turning on her, and the reaction that Yoda and Obi-Wan and pretty much only Yoda and Obi-Wan, they're like the only ones you see in the movie that survived the initial attack by the clones, and seeing their response, where especially when they go back to the Jedi Temple to fix the beacon and stuff, just murdering all the clones that they see, whereas Ahsoka is like, I'm not gonna kill them. They're not doing it on purpose, or whatever she says. It's like, oh. One thing I wish, I don't think they'll ever do it, but I want them to do another edit of, or maybe another special edition of Episode 3 during the Order 66, where when you see Bail Organa go to the Jedi Temple to figure out what's going on, and you are apparently supposed to see Commander Appo at that point talk to him. I want them to edit whichever clone he's supposed to be in that scene to have the triangle on his helmet, so you actually know where he is and which one he's supposed to be. Since in the Clone Wars show they gave Appo the triangle, the arrow, or the arrow on his helmet. That way you know it's him, and to give significance to the fact that his name's Appo, which, if I remember right, is a reference to the last Avatar, or Avatar: The Last Airbender. My apologies for screwing up that name. So I really want them to make like an edit where they put in Appo's arrow on his helmet. Yeah, man. I understood what you were doing. Yeah, just message me more stuff on Instagram. I can't believe I'm saying that. But yeah. Oh, there's one plate that's keeping this special connection part on here. Okay. I think it'd also be nice, I'm pretty sure someone on YouTube's done it, but where you see all of the Order 66 scenes all at once, because they're supposed to all happen like, all at the same time, right? Like Ayla Secura being shot by Commander Bly and his troops, and Plo Koon being shot down, and Obi-Wan being shot off the cliff by the ATT and stuff. I want all of those scenes on the screen at once. Same with Ahsoka, Order 66 and the Clone Wars show with Ahsoka and stuff. That'd be super nice to see that all at once. Basically, I just want a super long edit that puts everything together so you know what's happening all at the same time, rather than trying to have to figure it out on your own. I just want to be shown it, you know? Take the hard work out of my life and just have it be shown to me, rather than me having to try and figure out what all happens at the same time. What do you mean he's a CC? CT means clone trooper. What do those other two mean? I'm pretty sure I know what they mean. I'm just blanking on what they mean. The only one out of those three acronyms you said I recognize is CT, because that means clone trooper. I'm finding it interesting right now. Like I said earlier, and I'm pretty sure you were here for that part earlier in the stream too, Nolak, where since I've just finished watching the entire first season of the Clone Wars show again, watch the Clone Wars show movie, and I'm about halfway into season 2. Most of the named clones are just clones in plain armor. They have no markings on them, so all you know about them is they're a clone trooper in normal plain armor, and they have a name. So it's gonna be kind of hard to have them as a custom minifigure, but I'm gonna try and figure out something for that. Yeah, that's another thing I just noticed. So there's So Lego made that clone sergeant that has the olive green markings and stuff for that battle pack back in 2013. And then they made all the other variants, so we now have a movie version of the clone lieutenant, clone commander, clone captain, and normal clone. Rewatching all the scenes that involve clone troopers in episode 2, I never saw a single clone sergeant in any shot that I watched. All I saw were normal phase 1 clones, clone captains, clone commanders, and clone lieutenants. I think I found 2 shots that have the possibility of showing a sergeant, but it's so iffy I just put a question mark next to it, because it could either, because of the way the lighting and the way the shot's taken, it could either be a sergeant or a lieutenant. It's hard to tell, but as far as I can tell, there is no olive green marked clone trooper in all of episode 2. Here's a question. What does their numbers represent in their names? Like, is that like, so Appo is the 1000th, 100th, and 19th clone trooper ever made? Or is he just the 1000th, 119th clone in a certain batch of clones? That's what I want to know. Like, what's the actual significance of the digits in their name besides being like their serial number? What does it actually mean? Cause like, so you got 5s, who's CT 5555. So is he like the 5000th, 500th, and 55th clone trooper ever made? Which doesn't make sense. Because if that's the case, he would have participated in the Battle of Geonosis, most likely, because there was 200,000 units ready. Which, another question is, what did the Prime Minister mean by units? Was that individual clone troopers or whole platoons or whatever? That's a whole nother question. But so, like, what do the digits actually mean? That's what I want to know. Another thing I learned about episode 2 is there's like not a single named clone trooper in all of episode 2 besides Commander Pons, and that was like an after the fact thought by like Dave Filoni and George Lucas and the team and stuff, because like there are no names given to those clone troopers, whatever. All the Jedi just keep calling them like commanders and sirs and whatever clones. But then they came up with Commander Pons to work with Mace Windu, so it was a good nod to have like the first clone commander that Mace Windu talks to is actually Commander Pons. But that tells us that Commander Pons is a part of that original 200,000 prepared unit. So I guess another question, does that mean like Pons is older than Commander Cody and stuff? Because in the Ryloth, or in the Geonosis, the Return of Geonosis arc, like the second Battle of Geonosis, in the first episode, Commander Cody tells Obi-Wan that he did not participate in the first Battle of Geonosis. So like, yeah, I guess that means Pons is technically older than Cody, but like, where does Rex and the rest of the commanders fall, you know? Also, I've noticed a bunch of mistakes in the animation, the editing. Like, so for, I think Nulark will probably like this, just because I know you're working with Commander Bly. I'll catch up on chat. I just want to finish these thoughts I've got. But like, Nulark will probably like this a little bit. So when we're introduced to seeing Commander Bly in the Clone Wars show, when Anakin and Ahsoka are rescuing Ayla Secure and Commander Bly from the Battle of Quell, when they're running down, there's a sequence when the whole group is running down one of the hallways in the Venator trying to escape. In one scene, you can see that Commander Bly has his visor attachment up, so you can see his T-visor in his helmet. In the very next shot, that the helmet visor attachment is down, so it looks like he's looking through it. Then in the very next shot, that helmet attachment's not even on him. And then in the very next shot, it goes back to him looking like he's looking through. Or he has it on his helmet, but it's up, so he's just looking through his normal T-visor. And then I saw another scene where it's either Waxer or Boyle in one very brief scene, like brief shot in a sequence. Instead of having the markings to identify the clone as either Waxer or Boyle, it's just a plain clone trooper in normal white armor with no markings on it whatsoever. There's just, since I'm looking into the details and stuff, I'm noticing a lot of like the mistakes in the earlier episodes. There'll probably be more I'll find, but those are the ones I noticed. Heck yeah, we found some more number 3 elbow joints. I need those for my Hellfire droid project whenever I finally get back to working on that. Alright, now that I'm done with my little ramble, what are you guys all saying in chat? Yeah, man. These are all the thoughts and questions I've got. I typically ask most of my questions on Wikipedia and the forum page or discussion page, but these questions just came to mind like right now. And I forgot to ask some of these questions I just asked you guys on the forum, so I'll have to ask them there too. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like, they're in batches, so technically multiple clone troopers could share the same number, but because they're like, they were bred for different purposes. Like Captain Rex was bred specifically to be in a leadership position rather than just a normal rookie clone trooper. That someone could share, like a rookie clone trooper or multiple rookie clone troopers, honestly, could share the same number as him, but it's obviously different because he's in a different batch or group or whatever, so that makes sense. Or that, yeah. I'm pretty sure that, as far as I'm aware, besides pawns, that's like what happened for most of the clone commanders, isn't it? At least in Legends, you had Alpha 17 have his clone commander training program that turned a bunch of clone commanders who would have been clone commanders anyway into like clone commanders and whatever. So I need to put that part over there. It was a red arm C-3PO mess up, probably. That is kind of, I think that was kind of dumb. Honestly, I think I would have preferred if they just kept C-3PO with his red arm, because it would have made him different at least a little bit. Give something new to his character, but instead they just went back to him having just the solid gold. Yeah, I did not know that was a thing, Nolark, until I rewatched that episode this morning during my all-nighter that my body decided to put me through. And so now I'm kind of looking forward to finding some more inconsistencies, because they kind of just made me laugh, which was nice, because I was, oh man, that part launched straight into another container. Let's see if I can actually grab it. You'll probably see my face, but that's fine. Okay, I'm seeing a little bit of the playback. You saw my face a little bit, but that's totally fine. I'm an adult, so it's fine. Get out of here, spam message. These dang spammers think my name is Maria. My name is not Maria, first of all. And I also don't want your marijuana spammers. I don't want it. Yeah, that's something I've noticed. So there was another inconsistency I noticed during the Geonosis arc, where Commander Jet, the commander that's working with Jedi Mundi for most of that, or for all of it, basically every time a Jedi or Admiral Yularen is talking to him. They call him a captain, except I saw Mundy call him a commander once. So when I was writing down the timestamps when Jet shows up, I wrote down Commander / Captain Jet because he's literally called both. Back, like, there's one instance, the only instance he's actually called a commander, like 2 seconds before he just got called as he just got called Captain Jet. I was like, okay, didn't notice that before, but now I seriously notice it. Now that I've got the subtitles on and everything, making sure I don't miss any of the clones' names, so I can make sure I've got all named clone troopers written down and stuff. So, but yeah, that does kind of bother me, that the whole like rank structuring and stuff like that was pretty much seemingly ignored, but it's okay. I still really love the Clone Wars show. It definitely got better the longer it ran for. It's probably just the fact that I grew up with Phase 1 Clone Troopers more. Because the very first things of Star Wars I saw that involved Clone Troopers were in Phase 1, because it was like seasons 1, 2, and 3 that I seriously grew up with for Star Wars content. Then it turned into a little bit of a darker tone when they turned to Phase 2, because then you have the Umbara arc, which is kind of dark, and then a bunch of other things, because you can tell that things are starting to shift, that the Sith are starting to become more and more prevalent in everything, even though they already were, but way more, and you can start seeing that things are not gonna go well when we reach the end of this, because we already know how the Clone Wars ends. So at some point it had to start turning dark. I didn't realize they were gonna do it like halfway through. So yeah. Oh, no, Lark. So remember how I said on your stream when you were modifying a swamp speeder to be in 327th colors, and I said I don't think I've ever seen a swamp speeder in the movies. When I was watching episode 3, I saw them. There's a scene where you can see them when Yoda is preparing to join the 41st to go over to Kashyyyk. There's like 5 or 6 of them hanging out next to the gunship that lands. Then I saw there's actually a few on Felucia, like right behind the AT-OT and in front of the APs that are in the back. And I think I saw one other scene on Kashyyyk where they were using them, so yeah. So now I can say I've actually seen the swamp speeders in the movies. And I saw that, yes, they only hold two people. One that's a pilot and one that's probably the gunner or whatever, so yeah. Just thought I'd let you know. There's other things I noticed as well, but at the moment I can't remember what those were. I'm not sure why we're listening to something that sounds classical at the moment, but I'm alright with it. I kind of like classical stuff. How about you guys, chat? What are your favorite types of music, chat? I don't really have a favorite, because if I remember right, someone asked me this question, like, what's my favorite music? I don't really have a favorite. I do have music I have music that I would put over other music if I had the option. Like, country music's pretty low on my list of wanting to listen to, but if it's like the only thing I've got, then it's the only thing I've got. And I do like country, just not a lot of it. Same with a lot of other things. A lot of the other genres, like, I'm okay with it. I'll tolerate it for the most part. I do like some of the songs a lot, but overall, I'm not the biggest fan. And then I've got the other genres like electronic music, rap music that's about video games, I'm super into. And, yeah. I've never heard of neoclassical metal. You want to send me a song on or a link on Instagram to some neoclassical metal, Nilark, when you have a chance? I'm interested in finding out what that sounds like. But all right, we'll see you around, Nolark. Hopefully, you can catch another stream in the future. You like Bon Jovi and 21 Pilots, I'm assuming that says. I like them too. I like Bon Jovi. I like 21 Pilots. I like some of their songs. I haven't heard all of their songs. Same with most of the different artists and bands I listen to. I have like one song of theirs that I like, and then that's it. But that's all you really need, right? I'm gonna take a drink here. This is one of those battle packs. I think it came out in 2015. It was that first order battle pack. I'm actually quite happy with the little turret build that you got out of this, which is this, out of that battle pack. The minifigure selection could have been a lot better, but I actually really like the turret that came with, the little turret build that came with it. I'm just gonna start ignoring your request for me to chug my water, Eric. I'm not even going to acknowledge them after this point. You've had enough fun telling me to chug my water. Oh. I just realized and just remembered I had my fan turned on. I hope you guys aren't able to hear that in the background, so that'd be kind of annoying. But I'm actually kind of glad it's on, because it's starting to get a little hot in this room, but not as much as it probably could have been if that fan wasn't on. I'm gonna have to disassemble these legs later. They're giving me problems. Got a lot of notifications to catch up on too after the stream's over, which is nice. I like having lots of things to respond to. Oh no, those got thrown in the wrong spots. I think that was it. That was the only one that got thrown. Okay. Making some really good progress. Like, we've literally cleared off everything that was like right here in front of us at the beginning, except for like that AT, RT, and AT AP that were right here. We are pretty much done with all of the small, super small stuff. All that's left of small are like these things. Then everything else starts ramping up in size. And then I guess there's this bag, but so I should probably actually include that. This bag contains a custom micro scale Republic dropship that I made a long time ago, but I don't quite remember how to put it together, so it's just gonna get disassembled like everything else. And be used for the greater good. It's for the greater good. Greater good? I am your wife. I'm the greatest good you're ever gonna get. The Incredibles. Good movie. Incredibles 2 is okay as well. I only saw parts of it. I've only seen parts of this second Incredibles movie though. The Lego Incredibles video game's pretty nice too. It's just kind of short though, since there's only 2 movies. They didn't include too many missions. Because I sat down after my family and I bought that game. I didn't play it for a long time. I didn't play it after we bought it for a long time. Then I sat down one day and I just beat the whole game in I think pretty much almost a single day. And I mean beat, like I finished all of the missions and I was working towards getting 100% on it. There's still quite a few of the harder achievements I still need to do, but at least as far as the Lego game itself is concerned, I've 100% it. There's just all those Xbox achievements that I can still do if I want to truly 100% the game. Same with a bunch of other Xbox and PC games I've got. Most of them if they're Lego games, I've 100% of them, except for I ran into a glitch in either the Lego Batman 2 or Lego Batman 3, where I can't 100% it because this one mini kit won't show up at all, even though it's supposed to show up in this one spot. It's not there when I go there, so not sure how to do that. And then I have, let's see, what console do I have that on? I think that's on the Wii. If I remember right, for the Wii, I own the Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga for the Wii, and there's a few mini kit challenges on that game I have not been able to complete ever. That was also the last time I played that game. Since it's on the Wii, it's been a long time, so I might be able to beat those now. But most Lego games I've been able to 100%, except for like some of the Xbox achievements. But as far as the game itself is concerned, I've gotten 100% on them. Like the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean game, got 100% on that. Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, I have not gone 100% on because that's also on the Wii. Not sure why we decided to buy those ones for the Wii. I'm not the biggest fan of the third Lego Star Wars game, and that's probably why. It's because it's on the Wii. If it were on like the Xbox, or if we bought it for PC, I'd probably enjoy that game a lot more. Because I just got stuck. I had no idea what I was supposed to do. So I might need to revisit that game soon. I can't get this clip to come out of this like ski part. I'm gonna have to put that off to the side again. There's so many parts I'm not able to get separated on the stream. It's kind of annoying. Oh, I forgot to mention, so this was an official Lego Bark Speeder from the Battleless Silicamai set, but then I modified it so it was a little bit more accurate. That's why it doesn't have the spring-loaded shooter right here. Right there, if you can see that. That's a little bit better. And it worked okay. I either have a privated video of me doing a review in comparison of it, or it's like a video that's way far down on my YouTube channel because I posted it a long time ago. I have to double check, but it's an okay video. It's back when I was posting videos on my old YouTube channel, so has a really different setup than how I do it now. Anyone in chat have any Star Wars questions for me? Because I know quite a bit about Star Wars, so I might be able to help you clarify something you have a question about. Or I can just continue to pose my own questions and see what you guys think about them. So I do have quite a few Star Wars questions, especially about the Clone Wars. I need to continue to rewatch the series so I can remember what most of those questions were, especially the ones I have dealing with like seasons 3, 4, 5, and 6. Those are the seasons that are starting to become really blurry in my memory. Season 1, pretty much can remember most of what goes on in season 1 because it's the season I've seen the most. Season 7, I've watched it recently enough that I can remember most of the stuff that happens there as well. But the other, and season 2, I can pretty much remember because I really love the second Battle of Geonosis art and all that, so I know a lot about season 2 as well, but seasons 3 through 5, those are the ones I have a bit of a hard time remembering some of the details on. Okay, that like didn't do what I wanted to do. I wanted that to help me separate this clip from this ski, but instead it helped separate this rod from this type of clip part, I guess. I forget what that's actually called. So I'm just gonna have to take care of those clips on the skis later, I guess. They're giving me a lot of trouble here on stream. We've gotten a good selection of music today. I was hoping some of the other songs from other artists would come on today, but so far so good. Really enjoying the songs that have been on. Especially that one medieval song. That one was really cool. And there was a song, like the third song on the stream. The third song that played on the stream today was pretty nice as well. I think it was the third. Or it was like 20 minutes ago or whatever. There was a song on that played that I really liked. You might have also noticed there's like no mods in chat. The survivalist is out and about doing stuff, so he wasn't able to make it. He let me know before the stream started. So technically the only mod that's in chat is Nightbot. So, but I still have the power to do mod stuff. So don't do anything crazy. Just letting you know. If any of you were wondering where's the survivalist or why there's no mods in chat, that's why. Probably should have explained that at the beginning, but felt like just mentioning that now. I'm quite happy. I was quite happy with this little Microfighter ATM6 set. It's alright, because you could honestly convert it over. That's the nice thing I think about most of the Microfighter series builds, is most of them, if you just modify where the minifigure's supposed to sit, you have a pretty... most of the time you have a build that's pretty well scaled for being in not minifigure, for being in micro scale. Obviously things are a bit weird when it comes to some of the starships, but for the vehicles, most of the time they look okay if you modify the seat where the minifigure seats and fill it with bricks and stuff. I personally haven't done that, but when I've seen other people do it, it looks really nice. I'm going to definitely need some different containers for next stream. The plates and the special container are getting close to being overfilled, and overflowing is the word I was trying to look for. I haven't seen, but for those of you who are still in chat, has anyone seen if Coconut is going to be streaming today? Because today's Wednesday, right? Yeah. Does anyone see if Coconut has posted a thing saying he's going to be streaming tonight? If he is, I'm super excited. If not, I'll be kind of bummed. I was hoping to make it to some of those other Lego Star Wars Creators streams that were happening before me, but alas, I did not have the time to join because I was still setting up my own stream. But alright, we'll stop there. That was all the legs. Only got like a minute left of the stream before I want to end it. So if you guys have any last minute questions for me or any last minute comments you want to share before the stream ends, post them now. Because we'll probably go over 2 hours here for a little bit, just so you guys have an opportunity to write your comments. But I hope you guys enjoy the different, the new setup for the streams. The final change to this setup will hopefully be for tomorrow, because then you guys should be able to hear my voice, how it sounds on a Blue Yeti snowball microphone instead of a Turtle Beach headset. Welcome to the stream, Ugly. Unfortunately, you just made it to the very tail end. Like, I'm ending the stream in like 2 minutes or so. So, if you have anything you want to quickly ask or say in chat, feel free. Please do it as soon as possible. But since you're here, I guess I'll let you know. Tomorrow night, I haven't figured out what time, but tomorrow night at some point, I'm gonna be, because I got enough done yesterday and today, I'm gonna be doing a gaming stream, and we're gonna be streaming Republic Commando, which is one of my all-time favorite games. So I'm super excited for that. Today we were getting close, attempting to get close to being done with phase 1 of the Megasort. Right now we're just working on all these sets that I had displayed, quote unquote displayed. They were just built, just chilling on a shelf, and we got through most of them and parted them out. So there's only some of these bigger ones, like that homing spider droid. There's an AT-AP in the background, another gunship and ATT we got to get through. So yeah, man, I haven't played that game in years as well, so I'm looking forward to it. I attempted to try to do a let's play of it on a previous YouTube channel I had, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun to do it on a live stream instead this time. I'm thinking I'm going to try to see if we can stream an entire like mission, or if I should just do like every level. You guys will have to let me know tomorrow, because if we do every mission, there's only 3 missions. But if we do every level, there'll be a lot more streams out of it if we do it that way. But I'll have to see what you guys say tomorrow. Nice. Yeah, it'll be sometime in the evening my time. So either like, if you want to schedule it in, quote unquote, tentatively I'm thinking either 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. my time. But we'll have to see. I'm gonna have it all set up tomorrow, so the video announcing it will be tomorrow. Also tomorrow I have a mock contest announcement video coming out at 9 a.m. my time, so check it out. I've got the prizes listed in the description because I forgot to say them in the video itself, and a few other things that I forgot to say in the video are in the description. So if you're going to check out the video, make sure you read the description box too. But it should be interesting. There's one specific rule that I've added to my mock contest to make it different than everyone else's mock contests that I've seen people do. So should be interesting. Also, the announcement video is in a stop motion style, so that you guys will need to let me know how you feel about that. Just taking a second here to drink some more water. But yeah. Dude, I am the same way. Like, I like making mocks. Oh, Coconut, you made it right at the end. I'm like ending in 2 minutes. But I'll recap you on what we've done. Basically, we made it through all of the boxes of sets that I had for phase 1 to go through. So now we're working on these sets I have quote unquote displayed. And we made it through a bunch of these small advent calendar builds. And now we're working towards getting through stuff like that or this size. So the main things that are left is I actually have this ATST that we're going to work on. If I can get that on camera. Yeah, got this ATST. This is actually the ATST Mark III that I made for that one mock that's on my channel. And got another Republic gunship and ATTE from 2013 we're going to get through. And then we have this heavily modified AT-AP we're going to work on as well. Or rather part out so it can be added to the parts collection. And eventually I want to make that AT-AP from Brick Vault, but oh man, all you guys are showing up at the very end of the stream. I'm ending in like a minute now. Yes, the ATST that you see on my desk is from 2013. I just modified it to where I tried to make more joints in the legs, so it's a lot more posable. Kind of worked. And then I added these cheek-mounted machine guns because the ATST Mark III has those. The problem with this is it's supposed to be in a darker color, but I don't have enough parts in the darker grays to do that at the moment. So yeah, man, don't work yourself to death too much, but you do have a lot on your plate, Coconut. Especially now. Are you like doing two jobs, like the housing thing and the book thing, or are you just doing the book job now? Uh, if you want, you can message me on like Instagram or something, ugly, if you want, and if you want to let me know like what you're thinking of how to do your review, and then I could give you some like tips and tricks. Uh, but yeah, I responded earlier to the email that you sent me back, Brick Systems, Brick System Brothers. So hopefully you saw that. Dang, that is quite a bit. That's a lot more work. You're doing a lot more work than I am because I am currently a full-time student. So right now I'm on. Oh, I love this song that just came on. Okay, we'll stream a little bit longer because I want to hear the rest of the song. But I love the song. Well, you're doing a lot more work than I am because I am currently a full-time student. So I'm on summer vacation right now until mid-August. Yeah, man, that means I have to stay on the stream longer because I want to hear the rest of the song because I love this song. This is one of those fat rat songs, and I love his songs, one because they're awesome, and two because he's such a good guy and has made all of his songs copyright free, so you can use them for everything. So I have an entire playlist, a bunch of his songs on this playlist. Yeah, man. Yeah, Brick System Brothers. These bins are pretty full. I've filled up probably about 5 bins per each of these categories, except this one. This one is still the very first bin for tiles and dishes and inverted tiles and stuff. Whereas like plates and the special container over here I've got like 5 or 6 of each of those. So I'm studying to become I'm studying for a computer science degree with an emphasis in EAE, which basically means I'm getting a degree in how to make video games. Okay, welcome back, Eric. I wonder what happened to you. I'm only gonna be streaming for a little bit longer, but yeah. How much Lego do I own that's not Lego Star Wars? Like 2%. Most of my collection is Lego Star Wars related. Right now, most of my stuff is actually parts because I've broken down basically all of my sets except for a small amount that I'm going to take up to university to do stop motions with, but it depends on what part of the video game development process you're doing, Coconut. So for me, right now, I'm working towards doing the more of the programming side, which means yes, I have a lot of math in my future. But I guess you would say a creative type, and I really like drawing and making things that look cool. So I might end up switching it from more of the programming aspect to more of the art aspect. I forget what they called it at the university, but more of like basically that front. So I don't know. Right now I'm doing the programming though, because I really like programming, but yeah, the math sometimes is pretty dumb. Pretty dumb and pretty hard for me to understand, but I'm hoping I can get on it. Yeah, creative design. That's a good way of saying it. Brick system. Well, you have to. I saw your previous message, Brick says but in order for the computer to do the math, you have to teach it how to do the math, basically, especially in programming, because you're basically, unless, well, there are ways that you can use already made code. You just gotta be, I forget how to explain it, but so most of the time you don't have to start from scratch, but if you're starting from scratch, every time you make your program, you have to reteach the computer or the programming language what you want it to do. So it will yeah, you know what, since I'm seeing so many more people join the stream right now, I think I'm gonna keep the stream going, just because I see so many more people coming in. I don't want to end the stream with all you guys coming in. So let's just keep going. I'll go for another like 10 to 15 minutes, which means as I talk, I'll continue to part stuff out. You guys did it. You guys all came in at once, so you guys have forced my hand to keep the stream going, just because I really want to talk to all of y'all. And it's good for the YouTube side, but I honestly just want to talk to all of y'all. But welcome to the stream, Titanium J. Hope you're having a great day today. If you've been working on anything cool, let me know. Yeah, Coconut, your Real Life mock was awesome. I think basically everything that I think about your mock is what I wrote in my comments on the video. The rock work looks amazing. It just, to me, in my opinion, it looked a little weird where it ended, where it kind of all just like flattened out at that top bit. But besides that, everything else looked awesome, like all your custom trees, including the different like clone helmets and battle droid parts into the terrain. So they're like kind of, it looks like there's been like dirt and stuff kicked up around them and stuff. That looked really cool. Welcome to the stream, SW. I saw that you were streaming earlier. I was going to try to make it, but then I didn't have enough time before I had to start setting up my own stream, so welcome. Basically, I'm still streaming because all of you guys decided to show up into my stream all at once, and I didn't want to end it right as everyone was showing up. So you guys forced my hand, and I'm still streaming, which is fine because I don't really have too much I need to do for the rest of the day. But I guess you guys also are now making me so I need to repeat a bunch of things I've said throughout the stream, so you guys know what's going on too. So tomorrow, because I've got enough done today and yesterday, I'm going to be doing a gaming stream tomorrow, and we're going to be streaming Republic Commando, which is one of my all-time favorite games, and I'm super excited that I can stream it, because I thought I was going to run into some problems like I was having with classic Battlefront 2 to getting that set up. Excuse me. But Republic Commando seems to not have the same issues that classic Battlefront 2 has. So Republic Commando is on for tomorrow. Probably be tomorrow evening my time, so probably like 6 or 7 my time. I haven't quite decided, but I'll have something posted either on the Instagram or whatever tomorrow explaining what time it's going to be at. I need to catch up on chat. Coordinated attack. Basically coordinated attack. I have a feeling it's probably because some other Lego Star Wars creator finished their stream and now everyone wants to come over to another one, which is totally fine with me. I've been thinking about doing that as well, especially like since I stream on Wednesdays and I know Coconut, you stream on Wednesdays. One of these times I'm hoping to end my stream and then you'll have your stream going and I can just send everyone over. Because on Twitch, you can do that. On Twitch, you can do something like that, and it's called raiding, where when one streamer ends and they send all their audience to another one, it's called a raid. And you can do something similar on YouTube. It's just not as cool. But you can do something similar. I've been wanting to do that, but unfortunately, like my stream ends and your stream starts at too much of a gap, so I can't do that. Just pausing because I think I might have made a mistake in my category sorting, but it looks like I didn't, so that's nice. What's my favorite Star Wars creature? That is a good question. Thank you, Ugly. I had to double check. I didn't want to accidentally call you SW like I did last time. So my favorite Star Wars creature is probably either the Rancor, because I just think they're so cool looking, or I don't know. It's right now it's the Rancor, mainly because that's the only one that comes to mind. That is like super cool. I definitely, like I've been saying throughout this whole thing, I'm in the process of rewatching the entire Clone Wars show series, so I will probably have a different answer for you in a couple weeks. You built the Doctor Who idea set recently? Nice. That's the one that comes with the, I'm gonna say their name wrong, the Dialects, right? Because isn't there also a Lego Dimensions set that had Doctor Who related stuff? I think, just like I said in that in my comment on your video, Coconut, I think if you just, unfortunately it would just mean you need more slopes, but if you had like continued the sloping, like some sloping on the back portion there, or like the back part that was only used to support the front rock work, if you had like continued doing some rock work on that, I think it would look a little bit better. I don't know. I feel weird like saying all this because I've never done rock work myself, so I feel like I'm being hypocritical because I've never done it, so I don't know how hard it is to do, but I don't know. Yeah. You start your stream late, so SW has to stay up super late. Yeah, because he's in England. Yeah, there's quite a few YouTubers I follow. They're in England as well, and like a lot of them to post their videos their time. So when it's, or well, most of them understand that a lot of their audience are in the US, so they post their videos later in the day than what would be like morning time for them. But there's a couple that are like sticking to, they post when it's morning time for them, so those videos come out kind of late in the day for me and stuff, and vice versa. So Coconut is responsible for your sleeping pattern. Speaking of sleeping patterns, my body forced me to do an all-nighter this last night, which was awful. Like I went to bed around 9:30 my time because I felt super tired for some reason. Went to bed and then slept for maybe like an hour, and then I was wide awake for the rest of the night. So I tried to go back to sleep, then it hit midnight and I just gave up and I was like, screw it. So then I just went on my laptop because it's in my room, and then I just started working on planning out some stuff for my army building project I'm starting up soon. I don't know where to put those parts. I'm gonna put them over there. Yeah, okay. I remember there was 2 Doctor Who sets, Titanium, that came out. I have neither of them, but I wish I did, because I like Doctor Who. It's not, I don't watch it too often anymore, but when it was like Matt Smith and I can't remember his name. The actor who played the Doctor before Matt Smith, then the Matt Smith Doctor, and then I watched a lot of the doctor who came after Matt Smith. But then when when the show transitioned to the doctor was a girl, I haven't seen the show since. Not because I don't like that, just because I don't have the time now to watch Doctor Who along with everything else I'm doing. I swear I just dropped the part, but I have no idea where it just went. It's pretty sure it just landed in my lap, but now I don't see it anywhere. Oh! Hi! It landed in the fold of my shirt. Okay. I've heard of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but I've never watched it. David Tennant! That's the other guy's name. Yes, those are my favorite doctors. Mainly because those are the two that I grew up on. When I first was introduced to Doctor Who. When I was first introduced to David Tennant was the doctor, then it was Matt Smith, then it transitioned to Matt Smith, and then it was the other guy, Peter Capaldi or whatever his name is. And yeah, those are my three favorite doctors because those are the ones I grew up with. Saving it for college, nice. That's a good series to save. Also, if you need another series that has a lot of episodes you want to save, probably save Avatar: The Last Airbender. That show's really good, and it has a lot of episodes. If you really want to have something that you can save up and watch, that you'll have plenty of content to see, so you can always wait till college to watch all of the Naruto series. There's so many episodes of that. That's not one of my favorite shows, but it's just one of those where if it's on, I'll watch it because it's kind of cool. One of my favorite YouTubers uses the skin for his Minecraft skin for his series is I forget his name, but it's the one ninja that has the red eye and the white eye. That guy. One of my favorite Minecraft YouTubers has that character as a skin. He does a lot of really cool stuff. And I've grown up with that specific YouTuber. He's like one of the YouTubers I've watched since my childhood, so I really like him. Alright, good luck on making progress on your Geonosis arc. On your mock. Let me know how that goes. I've also not seen any Breaking Bad. I just know all the different references because now a lot of those references have become pop culture. But I've heard of it and I've seen like small clips of it. It's not something that I'm that big into watching personally, but I know I can see why other people really like it. Honestly, I didn't know there was an Avatar theme until I was almost done with high school. And then I saw like random set, like basically I didn't know Avatar sets were a thing until I got on the Bricklink back in 2016 to buy stuff, and then I saw there was Avatar sets, like, oh, I didn't even know these were a thing. You are welcome, SW. Have a great rest of your day. Probably you just going straight to sleep. I'm just gonna guess. But yeah, I'll see if I can catch one of your streams. Hopefully, your next stream won't be at the same time that I'm prepping my own stream, so I should be able to catch it. Yeah, I've heard there's some Avatar set ideas floating around on ideas. I've also heard there's like some controversy with ideas, how the system is kind of broken a little bit, but I can understand why Legos set it up the way they have now. I'm just glad out of like the old days when it used to be called Lego Kuso or whatever, that Lego Minecraft sets came out of that, because I like Minecraft and Lego, and having the two combined was super cool. I don't buy any of those sets anymore, but I did buy a lot of, I bought a lot of the, not a lot, but I bought like one of each of the original Lego Kuso sets that were like in the mega or the micro scale. I've got a few of the SpongeBob characters. Like I've got minifigure SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward, but Squidward's missing an arm. I got them secondhand from something, probably some secondhand shop. Hopefully, I need you guys to help me decide. You guys can either help me start deciding now or tomorrow, like. For the Republic Commando stream, should it be like the stream should last as long as one mission, like one level takes, or one mission? Because Republic Commando really only has like 3 missions. You're on Geonosis for one level rather. Your next level is you're on the Prosecutor, and then the last level you're on Kashyyyk. And then each of those levels, there's multiple different missions you have to do. So should I have the stream go for as long as a level goes for, or how long a level takes to complete, or how long a mission takes to complete? You need to get more tree parts. Yeah, that's something I've noticed in a lot of your videos, SW, is a lot of your background scenery stuff aren't actually Lego. So if you were able to get some more tree or plant life that were Lego parts, I think that would make your stuff be more attractive to the rest of the Lego community, especially the Lego Star Wars community. Because at least to me personally, you're not ugly. I'm just saying, to me personally, I prefer seeing Lego stuff that's 100% Lego, rather than seeing like other compatible brands mixed in there as well. So I just think Lego has its own style, so if everything's Lego, then that style is able to be throughout the entire scene or video you're trying to make. Whereas if you include like Mega Block stuff or like other compatible themes, it starts getting a little hazy. But with that being said though, I do like your idea of having like the Mega Constructs, Spartans, and Halo stuff go up against Lego Stormtroopers and stuff. I thought that was a really cool idea. Let's see. I'm just scrolling around in chat to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think I missed a few things in here, but yeah. I guess. Actually, I want to save the ATSD for a little bit later. Let's start working on this OG9. This should be really easy because the OG9, basically all the parts you see is everything on the outside until you get to the dome. Then there's like just the inner structure supports and stuff. Well, I would definitely take advice from Coconut Ugly and not copy, but get inspired by the rock work that he's done and the tree work. I personally just haven't, yeah, like Brick System says, best ways to practice. I personally haven't practiced it enough, or like at all, so I'm not the best person to ask for that kind of stuff, but I would ask like Coconut and other people who do a lot of mocks like that require a lot of rock work and tree and like plant life and stuff. Most of when I have videos of mocks or stop motions I have that involve plant life, the plant life is pretty basic, where it's just like the Lego grass parts or the Lego like official Lego parts. It's not, none of it's really custom, except for I think I did a few custom things in the past, but that's been such a long time that I would have to practice again anyway. I would say just look up on Google like how to buy from Bricklink. It's once you learn how to do it, it's really easy. Like that's the same with everything. Once you learn how to do it, it's really easy. But I found the process of buying stuff off of Bricklink to be pretty easy. The only times I've had troubles, like the other day I had troubles because apparently my card, so I recently got a new card because my debit card was about to expire. So the bank sent me a new one. And I activated the card like the day I got it. But then it turns out it wasn't activated. So I was trying to buy stuff off of Bricklink these last couple of days and I wasn't able to. And I was trying to figure out why PayPal wasn't allowing my payments to go through. And then I found out, yeah, my card wasn't actually activated, but now it is. So I have, like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I have one last Bricklink order I need to buy in order to put together these prototype clones prototype custom clones I want to show you guys. That way I can get your feedback for how I am thinking of doing my army building project when it comes to custom clones. Oh, okay. Frustrated. Oh, I didn't know that Brick Systems. The only thing that I've found that frustrates me a little bit is the new update that they sent out, where there's gonna be some more tax involved in your purchases. So now things are gonna cost just ever a little bit more than before. But I can kind of see why, because it's not really Lego or Bricklink's fault for that. It's here in the US, it's the state's fault, because the states have their state tax or whatever tax it was that they said they're gonna start doing. So it's just it's the state's fault. What do you wait? You're saying there's a way to go to the old Bricklink ways? I don't. If there is, I don't think that's gonna last for very long. Now that Lego owns Bricklink. It is a little weird that Lego, the manufacturer and company, now owns also the most used secondhand Lego website and distributor. It's a little weird, but so far the way they've done it, they've run it, has been okay. Like I said, the only thing I'm kind of upset by is the new tax thing that's happening, but from what I understood from the email and whatever, it's not really Lego's or Bricklink's fault for that. As far as I remember, it's been a little bit since I read the email. But it's more like the fact that the states have a tax on whatever it is that they're taxing, so now states want more money or whatever. So it's not really Lego or Bricklink's fault, it's more the state's fault. Oh, switch to classic? Okay, that's what that means? Okay. I might want to do that then. Alright, see you, ugly. I will either later tonight or sometime early tomorrow, I'll put together the video that will then turn into the live stream for Republic Commando. I'm super excited, as you can tell. I've missed playing that game. I wish there was first of all, I wish there was either more levels to that game or there was a sequel to that game already. I also wish I tried seeing if people had made mods and stuff for that game, so I could kind of like maybe do some showcases on those on the channel, but it looks like most people have kind of given up modding Republic Commando for whatever reason. Seems like it's just one of those games that a lot of people have a hard time modding because there's something weird about the internal structure of the game or something, so I was a little disappointed by that, but I should be able to find something. So maybe in the future we can do a modded Republic Commando stream with either like custom missions or something. I like this song too. Honestly, I love all these Fat Rat songs I've got on this playlist. When I like, let's see, was it the beginning of this year? Yeah, like at the beginning of this year, I got really into the Fat Rat songs, and I still kind of am, just not as much anymore. I kind of agree with the Beyond the Brick, like, oh, welcome back, Eric. Your mini Geonosis will be tiny. Well, isn't that implied in the name? Mini, it's gonna be a mini Geonosis mock. Just kidding. But whenever you start making some progress that you feel like is good enough to show, send me a picture of it, man. But yeah, I kind of agree with the take that the Beyond the Brick guys took on that whole ordeal. Like, they're canceling it because, if I remember it, they're canceling it because someone or some people said they don't like it because it's a helicopter that's only being used by militaries or something, even though they made the set in like firefighter colors, which, yeah, like, apparently a firefighter variant doesn't actually exist, but like, there's a lot of things that Lego's made that don't actually exist. So, but it's like, where do they draw the line? Because they do Lego Star Wars, and they do and they've done other themes that are military related. So like, where's the line drawn? Where's the line drawn at these days for their like their wish of not wanting to make military stuff or whatever? Like, the reason why we have the official Star Wars blasters we do, they're not like super accurate to actual Star Wars blasters, but they're close enough because Lego doesn't want to make guns and stuff. And I also heard they don't really want to make military stuff, but they do Lego Star Wars and other things that are military related. So it's like, where's the line that they want? Where's that at these days? If that made any sense. But I do find it weird that they actually canceled the set. That's also weird if that's true what you said, Brick System, that it's not even listed on Bricklink. Because I know some people actually own that set. Like, apparently some dude in Germany has already done a review on it and whatever. So, like, people have that set now. So it should at least be on Bricklink as like, this is a set, just like, only like 4 people in the world own this set or whatever. Or you could be those people who are finding the instructions or making their own custom instructions for it and making their own Osprey. Alright, we are going to stop there because I've gone even longer than I was planning on to when everyone decided to hop on the stream. So we're going to pause right here. So the first thing we'll do on Friday's stream is disassemble the rest of this head and then work on the rest of these sets that are on my table here. So if any of you guys have any last minute questions for me, feel free to ask them now. Thank you all for joining me, especially all of you who came in later. That really made my day to see all of you guys, especially because I know, well, I was about to say I know a lot of you, or like, as in, I know your content and I've been to a lot of your streams, so I actually know a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys' voices sound like. So, oh, so there's probably more like 4, but Lego has made all retailers sell it. Oh, okay, interesting. Now I'm just sitting here playing with this OG9 homing spider droid head, but not bragging, but I've basically been here the whole time. Do you like the voice I just gave you, Eric? But alright, we'll end it here. So if you see me get out of the view of the camera, that's because my laptop is out of the webcam's view. So Yeah, you're welcome. Mainly it's just because so many people that I recognize popped in all at once. I felt it was necessary to continue, but alright, first let's pause the music. We'll go over here. But yeah, thank you all for coming. We'll end the stream here. And I will see you all for... I'll see y'all at the Republic Commando stream. So, have a great rest of your day. And remember, every clone has its roots in the original. And I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.